Like, I've seen so many success stories of people that were homeless that became millionaires. Like, our life can change in the next second, the next day, the next hour. Hey, pretty people. Thank you for tuning in. I am Kiara J.
And I am Samaria Lee. This is With Class Podcast, where we share stories and tips to help empower, encourage, and elevate us all. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Class is now in session.
So today's title is Breaking Limiting Beliefs. And we will be giving tips on how to break limiting beliefs. And the first step to breaking limiting beliefs is to identify what your limiting beliefs are, because we cannot fix what we are not aware of.
Okay. And the second tip is to challenge the origin of the belief. First of all, we need to know where the belief came from. Oftentimes, our beliefs come from childhood, whether it be from the home, the parents, the siblings, or from school, or whatever the case is. A lot of our beliefs come from when we were children, and also trauma. So if we figure out where the belief came from, then we can understand why we feel that way, and then we can correct it.
Yes.
When you challenge the origin of the belief, when you figure out where it came from, and was it trauma from your childhood, were you taught that, then you can understand, like, is it fear-based or is it a fact? And once you understand whether it's fear-based or a fact, then you can go from there and you can correct it.
Yes, and then you can reframe the narrative and say, well, what if I can do that? Like, what if it's true? What if the opposite of what you believe then is the truth? And also, you can replace your doubt with, I'm not good at this, but I'm still learning, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's true. So my example of reframing my narrative would be that once upon a time, I had this belief that, I'm trying to figure out, I wrote so many down one time when we lived in California. So, so I can't sing, right? I always used to say, I can't sing, but I realized that came from when I tried to sing, people telling me that I couldn't sing. And I changed my story by saying, it's not that I can't sing, it's just that I probably need a little vocal lesson so that I can strengthen my voice. And that's how you change your narrative. Once you change your narrative, then you believe that, oh, I can do anything for real. You just take a little practice, a little coaching, because people who don't have a singing voice can develop a singing voice by having singing lessons and vocal lessons. It's just that simple, but you gotta figure it out where it came from, and you gotta change the narrative.
Yeah, I had a limiting belief before. Childhood, I thought that when I grew up, and this is not like a serious one, but I thought when I grew up, like, I had to get like a certain type of car, like more so like a used car, like a cheaper car, until, and even when I first went to the dealership, I didn't go straight for something that I wanted. I just went for something that I thought that I would be approved for, because I didn't know, like, I can get approved for something that I wanted. So I got a car, but then something happened to that car, and we went back to the dealership, and we got, what kind of car did we have? The race car looking car, a Camaro, which I didn't think that we could have, because growing up, I just didn't think that, see too many people around me going to the dealership. We always went to auctions. That's what I heard of growing up, auctions. So once I realized that, I'm like, oh, the world is mine. I can have these things that I want.
And then that comes to gathering all the evidence against the belief. So, let me think. When I was in college, when I was in high school, it was certain schools that I didn't believe I could get accepted to. Because at the time, I didn't think I was smart enough. I'm like, people that go to that school, they straight A students. I wasn't really a straight A student. I got good grades, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't like a 4.0 student. So I didn't think I could go to certain schools. So me gathering evidence against that belief was speaking to my college advisor from my high school, them giving me the courage, like, you can apply there and you can get accepted. Me actually applying to the school to see that I can get accepted, which I did. I got accepted. And things like that. That's gathering evidence that I can go to these colleges. I just, for whatever reason, I thought I couldn't, but that changed my mindset. Like, that really kind of, like, changed my whole mentality for real, because, like, you think you can't do something because you taught that these things are for certain people, or, you know, like, basketball is just for tall people, but then you get proved by Allen Iverson. He was the shortest basketball player.
No, it's another one, Mugsley or something.
But who was the first one?
I don't know, because Allen Iverson is kind of tall still. It's another one that's like 5 foot. He real short. His name begin with an M. I think it's like, he was on Space Jam, Mugsley or something.
Okay, so we'll proving that these things can be done. And that's another way of gathering evidence too. Like, if you believe because you too skinny you can't play football, you go look up on Google and see skinny people that play football.
So
like, it just give you courage. It just change your perspective, and it just give you the courage to do those things. Like, just to put yourself out there and just try it anyway.
It's like this. The belief says that I can't do this because, and the evidence is, how can I do this? Even though, like, I'm from the hood, I can't go to college. Nobody in my family went to college. But the evidence is, how can I go to college even though I'm from the hood and I'll be the first in my family to go to college? And then you go out and figure out, well, how can I go to college even though I'm from the hood? Even though you can go to college if you're from the hood. That's just an example of gathering the evidence.
With Class Podcast is brought to you by Get Mossed Up, a sea moss smoothie line that is life inside of a bottle, providing 92 vitamins and minerals, a taste that is refreshing, the nutrients that leave you energized, with benefits that leave you no choice but to drink it. Get Mossed Up smoothies aids in weight loss, reduces overeating by suppressing the appetite, supports a healthy digestive tract, tastes amazing, perfect for meal replacements, a variety of flavors, has a woman's formula designed specifically for women, a men's formula designed specifically for men, and has a children's formula specifically curated for the little ones. Seymour Smoothies is an excellent source of nutrients for everyone, including pregnant and lactating women. So why not get mossed up with these organic smoothies sold exclusively at Blue Nile Herbs and Spices? Sold in singles and variety packs. Orders are available for in-store purchasing and also available for shipping. Blue Nile Herbs and Spices, located at 2824 Georgia Avenue, Northwest, Washington, D.C. To order herbs and spices from Blue Nile online, please visit BlueNileBotanicals.com. If you are interested in reaching out via Instagram, please visit at Blue Nile Herbs and Spices. Health is wealth, so get mossed up. Peace.
Then my next one is use empowering language. Stop saying you can't. and you can't do it because of this and because of that, because of your environment, because of your parents didn't go, or because you're homeless. Like I've seen so many success stories of people that were homeless that became millionaires. Like our life can change in the next second, the next day, the next hour.
Mm-hmm.
Just go ahead.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Piggy, go ahead.
That's another thing. So like, I thought at one point in time, I thought like, I can't win no lottery. I'm not even gonna play because I know I ain't gonna win. Like that's just people getting lucky. Until I go on YouTube and I research like all people that win the lottery, and it'd be people just like me and just like you, and they just came. One day they lived in an apartment. They just went to the gas station for some bag of chips, and they just got a lottery ticket and they won. It's just, when it's your time for something, it's your time. Like nothing can stop it. So we shouldn't even have limited beliefs at all, because nothing can stop us from what we destined for, period. Mm-hmm. It's always ways around everything. Because I'm pretty sure that the guy with no limbs was told that he couldn't run in the race, and he figured out a way to run in that race. It's some people with no legs that figured out how to ride a bicycle. Shit, somebody said, let's make, what you call them, mechanical legs for the people who don't have legs. Like, it's just, everything is possible. It's nothing impossible. So we have to stop with the limiting beliefs, and we have to figure out how to recreate our story with new beliefs.
Yes, and just remember that when using empowering language is important, because words shape our beliefs and our beliefs shape our reality. Like, remember that words shape our beliefs. What we speak into ourselves, we give that energy. So make sure you speaking the right thing, because you can shape your reality off of the words that you speak out of your mouth. And you do it every day.
And if you get stuck speaking encouraging words and language to yourself, and words of empowerment to yourself, affirmations, like, the more you give yourself affirmations, the more you repeat affirmations, it becomes second nature to you to talk good to yourself, to tell yourself you can. Like, I can do this. I am possible. Everything is possible. I am a winner. I am a winner. The more you tell yourself that, the more you're going to start believing it. Like, you're not even going to believe that you're a loser no more after you tell yourself, I'm a winner 20 million times. You're going to become a winner. Not just believe you are, you're going to become one. Yeah, so like, words of affirmation.
It's like your subconscious and playing with your subconscious and your conscious mind. Like, our conscious mind is very limited in the way that we believe because of the thoughts that we have. But we can speak good upon yourself, and even if you don't believe it, just continue to do it, and like, it's like kind of like tricking your mind into believing it, and then it becomes real. It's weird, but
it's like science, kind of.
Yeah,
it's just like it's a science to, like, it's like a reprogramming of the mind. Like, if you was building a machine, you gotta reprogram, like, hit the reset button on your mind and just reprogram yourself to believe the opposite of negative. And surround yourself with growth-minded influences. So your environment is stronger than your willpower. If you are in a room with 20 people and all 20 people are speaking limiting language, you will be the 21st person to also speak limiting language. In turn, you will believe it and you will become limited in life. But if you go surround yourself with people who have done what you're saying it's impossible to do, how could you even believe that it's impossible to do it anymore? Like, I tell myself it's impossible to be a millionaire. But then I go hang with 5 millionaires and they all telling me how easy it is.
Mm-hmm. There was a experiment done that I read about. It was with, I think, 20 people. 19 of them were soldiers, and they were trained to say the same thing. One of them was just a regular person like you and I. They showed them a picture of a triangle. All of the soldiers were already trained to say triangle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they showed them a picture of a square. I'm sorry. They were trained to say it was a triangle, even though it was a square. The last person that wasn't trained to say anything, they asked him. He saw that it was a square, but because everybody else before him said triangle, he said triangle.
And there you have it.
So there you have it. It shows you that the environment that you surround yourself, you will become that if you continue to be around that. You got to think back to when you were a kid and you hung around certain groups of people. 9 times out of 10, you did what the majority of the group did, just to feel a part of the circle.
Mm-hmm. They asked Nipsey Hussle, "Are you the smartest person in your group?" He said, "Hell no, I think I'm the dumbest."
That'll be the dumbest in your group, so you can learn.
So you can learn, exactly. Because if you don't have nobody in your group to learn from, you doomed. You doomed. Because at some point, you're not even going to be able to teach them no more because you stop learning. Take small, courageous steps. So one time we went to King's Dominion, and I always said, like, I used to fear roller coasters. So I'm telling myself, all right, this year is a year of breaking fears. We breaking all the fears. Like, I don't care what it is, I'm doing it, even if I'm scared. My first step was I got on the boat. The boat at King's Dominion go up, it go up, down, and then it go upside down. And then I'm like, okay, I did that. And then after that, I got on every roller coaster that everybody else got on. I still decided that, roller coasters are just not for me because I don't like the motion. But I'm not scared of them. I'm not afraid of them. I believed I was scared of them for what? A fear that somebody put into me when I was young probably said, you will get hurt if you get on that roller coaster. That roller coaster can break. It can fall down. Which it can, but the point of the moral of the story is challenge your limited beliefs. Like when you feel like you can't do something, do it anyway. Do it to prove yourself wrong. When you start proving yourself wrong with small beliefs, then you can start knocking down the big ones that's really holding you back.
And you get more confidence as you go. Like, I did that, I could do this now. Did that, I could do this.
Yeah.
So my next tip would be visualize the empowered you, like your higher self. Because if you can see it, it can create itself. Like whatever you see, you can create. If you can visualize it, it can become your reality.
And to piggyback off that, just ask yourself, because now I'm in the level of my journey where I'm starting to ask myself, if I was already my highest self, how would I act in these situations? So if I was afraid to make an investment because I think I'm gonna lose my money, right? I would think about, okay, Mer, if you was already your highest self with all the money that you want, would you be afraid to take a risk to lose money? My answer would be no, because first of all, I have money. Anybody who has become rich is not afraid to lose money because they already know that they're going to make the money right back. So I have to put myself in that same vibration, even at a lower financial level. Like, I'm not afraid to take risks with my money because I know I'm going to make it back. And that's matching the energy of a rich person. So how can I not even become rich? So whenever you're afraid to do anything, you ask yourself, whenever you limited yourself from doing anything, you ask yourself, if I was the person that I dreamed to be, would I be afraid of this? Would I let this hold me back? Will I respond the same way then as I'm responding now?
Wow.
And then you could go from there.
What would your higher self do?
What would your higher
Start
self
asking
do?
myself that. And my final tip would be redefine failure. How you look at it, how you think about it. Because failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. You have to fail in order to learn and to get to where you want to get to. Gotta fail forward. Like we falling forward. And also, each setback is a learning loop. It's not a dead end. So you learn from it and you keep moving. It's not a dead end. It's not the end of the road. You learn from it and you keep moving.
Yeah. And yeah, that's all I have. So my advice, well, not advice because I don't really like advice, but my gems that I would like to pass out and share with everyone is don't limit yourself. Listen, you are the reason for your success. You are the reason for your demise. Choose wisely which one you're going to commit to. Are you going to commit to be successful, or are you going to commit to do things that cause your own demise? Choose wisely. Can't nobody stop you but you. There's no limits. You don't even know where the sky end at. So the sky not even a limit.
Yes.
And with that being said, do everything with love, with class, and with peace, pretty people.